Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. For those who are just now joining me, welcome. My name is Nisha, or LPN Journey Nisha, and I am a student in the LPN program, and if everything goes well, I'll be graduating August 2019. So let's get started. So today's video is going to be about Littman versus the regular $20 stethoscope. And it's basically a review on those two and which one I think is better. So let's get started. This will be a short review, so I know I haven't spoke to you guys in a while, so I'm going to try to make this nice and sweet and short for you. So if you're a new nursing student, you, like I was in last August, you don't know really what clinical tools to get. You don't know what's going to be the right thing for you, or what's the best. And you always hear about like Littman, and you kind of figure out, like, try to figure out what's the hype about, you know? So I went in just getting a regular, actually it wasn't mine, it was my mom's old stethoscope from when she was in school, like over 20 years ago, for medical assistant. So it's like one of the ones that the school gives her. So this is the stethoscope. And you can see it's like pretty basic, nothing fancy or special about it. So I went in with this one because I really didn't know any better. I didn't know what assessing was or what to look for or anything like that. So using that stethoscope, it was really different because I felt like the sounds that I probably should have been hearing during assessment skills in fundamentals, like I wasn't really hearing it. It wasn't clear or anything, especially like vowel sounds. And vowel sounds, you really have to like stand there and wait for, like, well, they tell you to wait for 1 or 2 minutes until it says per quadrant, and that was difficult for me to hear. So even like clear lung sounds and everything. So I really felt like, you know, maybe if I was to go ahead and get a higher end one, which is the Littman, and mine was on Amazon for like 50 bucks. No, I'm sorry, 80 something. So that maybe I'll be able to pick up things. So for Christmas, my brother actually purchased me one, which was awesome, because not only around that time did I get it, but around that time we're off, so I was able to kind of use it and figure out what was different between the Littman and the regular stethoscope. So when I started assessing, I was doing it on my family members. So when I was listening for like different sounds, heart sounds, lung sounds, everything seemed much more clearer. I was able to differentiate between the sounds, and I was really able to pick up the vowel sounds. So this is mine. It's like a purplish color. Purple's my favorite color, so yeah. So with this, if you can't really see it, but if you turn the headpiece, you can get more clear lung sounds. And if you turn the headpiece back the regular way, you can hear that the clear heartbeat and especially vowel sounds. I was so amazed the first time I was able to actually hear the vowel sounds and hear what they were supposed to sound like, because I couldn't get that on the $20 one, which was I feel like going into clinicals next week that I'll be better prepared as far what to listen for and how to assess properly. But if you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend getting a Littman right away. See how the cheaper one works first, and if you're able to pick up sounds from it, because that's really important, just being able to differentiate between sounds. And practice with that stethoscope first, and then around maybe the halfway mark, or even like more towards like graduation or something, then get the Littman. But if you're not comfortable or you're not sure with what everything is supposed to sound like, it's going to sound like, can't say like noise, but you're not going to really be able to differentiate between what is what. And you want to make sure that that you know what you're supposed to be assessing for and listening for, and what it's supposed to sound like but I would highly recommend it. I mean, I've had classmates that's actually started off with it, and they didn't have any experience as far as what I know, as far as like any background clinical experiences. So they were able to listen to it sounds a lot more. But Littman is pretty expensive, so if you're not really sure like about nursing, if it's for you or anything like that, I would just recommend going for the cheaper one and building up your assessment skills, and then probably moving on to the Littman. But there's nothing wrong with the cheaper stethoscope if you want to start off that way, but you also want to make sure you're understanding what you're listening for during an assessment. And you also want to make sure that when you're listening for those vowel sounds, that they're really clear, because if you say, oh, I can't hear it or anything like that, then your patient is in trouble. That's possible bowel obstruction, which you never want to say, oh, I can't hear bowel sounds, or bowel sounds are active or anything like that. That's not an option. That just means there's something's really wrong with the patient. So yes, I would definitely recommend the Littman. Probably not right off the bat, because you don't really know what to listen for, like I said before, but probably as you go along through school, then I would say, definitely get it. I really like the sound quality. I really feel like I picked up on the different sounds I was supposed to pick up on and differentiate. So definitely a plus in my book. That's really it. So this video is pretty short today, and I hope it gave you some background information. I gave you guys a little treat a few weeks ago by showing the med skill pass. So next I should be finishing up a video doing the math review as well, and I'll be doing some more topics from there. We're just now getting into med surg, so I'll be putting some videos up on that and how I study for it, and doing a little review on drugs and topics. So look out for that. Stay tuned. And if you guys, once again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please feel free to message, comment, or anything. You guys know I'm pretty responsive on my channel. If you have any topics that you want me to discuss or anything, of course, put it in the comments, and I'll be happy to put that up for you guys. And I think that's it. So until next time, I will see you guys, and have a wonderful evening, whatever time it is. Have a wonderful day. Just do well. So, bye.
Every single day